Narrated Al-Qasim. Aisha said, we set out with the sole intention of performing Hajj, and when we reached Sarif, a place 6 miles from Mecca, I got my menses. Allah's messenger came to me while I was weeping. He said, what is the matter with you? Have you got your menses? I replied, yes. He said, this is a thing which Allah has ordained for the daughters of Adam. So do what all the pilgrims do, with the exception of the tawaf, circumambulation round the Kaaba. Aisha added, Allah's messenger sacrificed cows on behalf of his wives. Narrated Aisha, while in menses, I used to comb the hair of Allah's messenger. Narrated Urwa, a person asked me, can a woman in menses serve me, and can a junub woman come close to me? I replied, all this is easy for me. All of them can serve me, and there is no harm for any other person to do the same. Aisha told me that she used to comb the hair of Allah's messenger while she was in her menses, and he was in itikaf in the mosque. He would bring his head near her in her room, and she would comb his hair while she used to be in her menses. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet used to lean on my lap and recite Quran while I was in menses. Narrated Salama, while I was laying with the Prophet under a single woolen sheet, I got the menses. I slipped away and put on the clothes for menses. He said, have you got Naifa's menses? I reply, yes. He then called me and made me lie with him under the same sheet. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet and I used to take a bath from a single pot while we were junub during the menses. He used to order me to put on an izar, dress worn below the waist, and used to fondle me while in itikaf. He used to bring his head near me, and I would wash it while I used to be in my periods menses. Narrated Abdurrahman bin al-Aswad, on the authority of his father, Aisha said, whenever Allah's messenger wanted to fondle any one of us during her periods menses, he used to order her to put on an izar and start fondling her. Aisha added, none of you could control his sexual desires as the Prophet could. Narrated Maymuna, whenever Allah's messenger wanted to fondle any of his wives during the periods menses, he used to ask her to wear an izar. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, once Allah's messenger went out to the Musalla to offer the prayer of Eid al-Adha or al-Fitr prayer. Then he passed by the women and said, O women, give alms, as I have seen that the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you women. They asked, why is it so? O Allah's messenger, he replied, you curse frequently and are ungrateful to your husbands. I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. A cautious, sensible man could be led astray by some of you. The women asked, O Allah's messenger, what is deficient in our intelligence and religion? He said, is not the evidence of 2 women equal to the witness of 1 man? They replied in the affirmative. He said, this is the deficiency in her intelligence. Isn't it true that a woman can neither pray nor fast during her menses? The women replied in the affirmative. He said, this is the deficiency in her religion. Narrated Aisha, we set out with the Prophet for Hajj, and when we reached Sarif, I got my menses. When the Prophet came to me, I was weeping. He asked, why are you weeping? I said, I wish if I had not performed Hajj this year. He asked, may be that you got your menses? I reply, yes. He then said, this is the thing which Allah has ordained for all the daughters of Adam, so do what all the pilgrims do except that you do not perform the tawaf round the Kaaba till you are clean.